Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lulu. This is Lulu Creations, and in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through a 32-minute long video of me building a Sims house. Okay, so let's jump into this video. I have this pulled up right here. Okay, so as the video starts out, I'm building the foundation of the house. I didn't have any idea what I was doing when I got into it. All I had was a piece of paper that had a house plan drawn on it by yours truly at work when I just clearly wasn't doing work. I was drawing a house. But nevertheless, this house has a lot of inspo pools. It isn't one specific idea that popped in my head. It was a mix of, I love mid-century modern homes, I really love cabins, I love homey homes, but I also love that picturesque home. So how can I warp that all into one? And then of course, anytime you build something in The Sims from your mind, it doesn't really come to life the way you expect it to, because Sim World is its own little universe. So you don't really have multiple living rooms because your Sims really don't need it. But hey, we could fit a bowling alley, so why not? Do I really want a bowling alley in my house? No. I went ahead and started just going at it whenever I got home from work. All I had was that little piece of paper. I don't even know where it is now. It's probably hidden somewhere. But growing up, my parents had a cabin in the mountains, and my uncle had a cabin a few doors down, and he had this beautiful like peaked porch on the front of his cabin with these tall ceilings and like the angled roof, and I really loved that. I would love to have that in a house one day. But the whole house was centered kind of around that, sort of like an A-frame house where your front of your house is your big focal point. And my dream home would have that, but it wouldn't necessarily be my focal point. It would be an open floor plan as I'm building, and then there would be other aspects of the house that don't just go into a box in the back. I mean, in the box in the back on this house is more of like a 360 view of the ocean. It has a purpose as well. It is also a focal point. So that's what I really went for when I was building. I didn't have an idea. I had my floor plan, but most of my ideas came to life when I actually started putting it into motion. So if you guys have been following me for a long time, or even if you haven't, I haven't actually uploaded a speed build in like a year, over a year. I spent a lot of time focusing on makeup, on reviews, on beauty. That's fine. I have other interests other than The Sims, but this past 2-3 months, I've really taken an interest in The Sims, specifically because I started streaming on Twitch. So if you don't follow me on Twitch already, you should. My current streaming schedule is Wednesdays at 7:30, Fridays at 9, and Sundays at noon. I hope to increase that more, but for the time being, that's just what it is. I have this like little gang of Simmers that come to every single one of my streams, or at least try to come to every single one of my streams, and we have the best time. All we do is laugh. Half my stream is me just laughing at this chat. And all my streams are saved on my channel, so you should definitely go check that out. Check out some of my highlight videos. So one of the things that my friend Jessica, who's in this stream chat, and I talk about is roofing. Even Kelly in the chat, I mean, all of us are afraid of roofing, but the only thing that can get me over that fear is to just do roofing. So played with it a lot, learned some things even while doing this. I didn't realize you could overextend not only the corners, but also just the front and back of the roof. I thought you could only do the corners, so that was new to me. Also, even here, I didn't really have a nice seamless transition for this angled roof. I would have preferred if it went back an actual one piece, but you win some, you lose some. However, I think it turned out really nice. And then of course, with any mid-century modern home, you're gonna have a ton of windows. Like, privacy is not your thing. That's why you want your mid-century modern house on a plot of land in the woods, away from everyone, because you don't want anyone looking into your house. You know what I mean? But my biggest lesson during this build was definitely the landscaping. We've had terrain tools for I don't even know how long, probably over 2-3 years, and I never played with them. They weren't like the terrain tools in Sims 2, and now that I've played with them, I can see why. I like these better for sure, but at the time when they first put them into that update, I was like, what is this? This is so stupid. I don't know how to use any of this. I'm never using terrain tools again. And then I would see people build houses where they would have like the exposed basement on the one side that you could walk out of and then go up the hill and enter the front door. And I'm like, that's what I want to build. Like, make a little garage, have a hill go up, have a rancher. Like, that's what I need to build. So this is my very first time that I ever played with terrain tools. I think it turned out pretty good. It's not like I did anything super fancy. I just kind of added like a driveway, carved out a driveway, carved out a backyard. But it definitely made the lot feel more used, because sometimes you see these really big houses on lots, like 64 by 64 lots that don't have any landscaping done other than like a few trees, maybe some landscaping paint. But other than that, it's just like, that's not how it looks in real life, you know? Like, you get what I'm saying. So that's coming up pretty soon, and I definitely kept that and the roofing in this video, my trials, my tribulations, my struggles, because I just wanted you guys to see that not everyone gets it on the first try, and it's okay to try again. So how are you guys feeling about the Love to Knit update that just came out, where apparently all the knitting objects have to be unlocks? Like, are you kidding me? How old are we? I was so annoyed about that. I just don't know if I'm excited for knitting stuff or Love to Knit or Rock and Knit or whatever they choose, because at the end of the day, all I really want are cars. I want motorcycles. I want robbers. This is my idea, ready? Like, I just really want them to come out with an expansion pack called Cops and Robbers. And yes, you would get your policemen back, you would get your robbers back, but you would also get your firefighters back, because why do we have a smoke alarm if no one's even showing up? So I want firefighters back. I think it would be so cool to have EMTs for the hospital. So like an ambulance pulls up and grabs your sim and takes them to the hospital. That would be so realistic and cute. Not to mention I miss driveways. I was actually playing The Sims 2 on stream not too long ago, and I played around with like a driveway and a car on the Pleasance house. And I totally ruined their house. It looked awful. But when Mary Sue got in that car to take her kids to school, because in The Sims 2 you could carpool your children to school, I was like, I miss that. Not only do I miss the cutout scenes of The Sims 2, I deeply, truly miss the realism that came with having cars. Even when your sim came home from work and you saw them driving down the street, and then they would like hop and pull up into the driveway, and I was like, ah, it's like a real thing. See here, that driveway that you just saw in this house would be a perfect, realistic touch to have a little car pull in and pull up. 2-car garage, we fancy. This garage was actually way bigger than I expected it to be, but it made the living room a decent size. Like if I decreased the size of the garage, it would have made the living room awkwardly small. So I went ahead and just kept the garage size. I just love this house. Like, this is my dream house. And I think I love it even more because I've only been building off of blueprints for like the last 3 years. I can't remember the last time I didn't build off a blueprint. I remember when I first discovered building off blueprints, and this while I was playing The Sims 2 actually. No, it was Sims 3. I was playing The Sims 3, and I was laying in my trundle bed in my room. I lived at home with my parents. I think I was like 16 or something. I just remember sitting there and like looking up house plans because I really wanted to build a house in The Sims 3. I hadn't built one yet, but I wanted it to be spectacular because we had all these new building tools in Sims 3 that we didn't have in Sims 2. And I was like, this has got to be awesome. And it was a 1-story home with like 2 Jack and Jill bedrooms with a bathroom outside the kitchen with like a TV area and a breakfast nook, a dining room, a living room, and then like a whole ass master suite. And the house was kind of like a U with a pool in the back, in the between like both U ends of the U. There was like a pool patio, and then it was the backyard. Loved that house. It was a red kitchen with gold and black accents. Like it. If I could find photos of that house, I would upload it for you guys, but I don't think I can because that was on a very old computer, which is long gone. This house is available for download on the gallery. I didn't use any custom content in this house when building it, but I did, however, upload custom photos to the gallery just to make the build look a little bit more appealing. However, in order to access those type of listings on the gallery, you have to enable custom content, which to me just seems silly because it's a photo. You're misleading everyone to think that I have custom content in my build, who are automatically going to write it off the instant they see that little blue flag with a little white wrench or whatever it is. They're not going to want to touch it because some people are totally against custom content. That's fine. I get it. I have custom content in my game, but I don't like to build houses that I share to the gallery with custom content for that specific reason. So no custom content in this build is available for the gallery. Here's my origin ID if you have not already checked out my page. I got lots of builds up there, but now that I've done terrain tools, I'm gonna apologize now for how boring my lawns look on my previous builds. I got so into this. I spent so much time on the outside of this building. I think it's because on Twitter someone posted a picture of their build and it was like this magnificent castle, and they were like, after 6 days I'm finally done the exterior, and I was like, 6 days? What you doing on that exterior? And like, now I get it. I totally understand. I think this exterior alone took me like maybe a total of 4 or 5 hours. But ever since I built this house, I've been having dreams about building this house in real life if I ever make enough money, because I included in this house an in-law apartment. Now, there are in-law suites, but I don't like to call it that. This is literally an apartment that you have your own access door to. You could go in and rent this apartment out if you wanted someone to live with you, and you would never know they're there because it has a kitchen, a living room, a bathroom, an office, 2 bedrooms. Like, it's awesome. Totally separate from the house as well, except the master bedroom's right above, so like if that was a real thing, you go hear some hanky panky, you know what I mean? I'm part of the Sims Uncensored group and I got Wicked Whims in my game. Like sorry. No family channel over here. I like to build, I really do. But I think I prefer designing more, which anyone could say, because, you know, designing things are fun. But I really like designing lawns. I really like doing landscaping. Let me landscape your homes. Can we like screw the shell challenge and just do like a plot challenge where we landscape each other's homes, because some of us need it. I was thinking about this a little too realistically, because I was like, man, if you had stairs like that to go to your front door, imagine grocery day. Imagine how miserable that would be. But then I think lots of houses have stairs leading up. Townhomes, when you go to them, sometimes have like stairs leading up to the front door. So what's the difference here? But anyways, getting back to my Twitch, it's really, really fun, you guys. I stream for a long time. Like I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning this past Friday. I guess Saturday. And we just have the best time because I started streaming in February. I was streaming this challenge, Rags to Riches, following the sim named Destiny. I actually just uploaded a history of the Singleton family to my channel last week, so I'm gonna plug that video right here. You should go check that out. I go into full detail on the first season of her life, because if we really think about it, I think I'm on season 4 of her life right now. So I'm a little behind, but it's okay, because I catch everyone up that comes into the chat. If you're new to the stream, I will stop what I'm doing to talk to you about this stream, because this legacy family is insane. It's no longer a rags to riches. We on to some new, better, tastier tea, okay? The other important thing about my streams is something I don't notice a lot of people doing. I like my game to be your game. You're watching someone play. Like, you can't help it but when you watch someone to go, oh, whoa, go do that, go do that. And like anyone that turns around is like, no backseat gaming. Like, you gotta have some fun. No, but really, if you come through my stream, feel like my game is your game, please. I love it. The chat loves it. We get into long debates about these Sims lives and what we're gonna do with them. It's so funny. I've also really been considering doing some speed builds on the stream. I just can't get away from this legacy family, but I really do just want to pop on stream sometimes and like build a house with y'all, because I think some people have questions about building that no one really answers, because everyone likes to keep those tips in their back pocket. Not everyone, but some people like to keep those tips in their back pocket, or some people don't really know enough and just kind of wing it. So they're like, well, I don't really want to tell you how to do it because I don't even know if I'm doing it right. How I feel most of the time. Yeah, I want to pop on stream and do some builds. I also am considering doing like a builds, tips, and tricks video for YouTube. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you've stayed this long, like, please subscribe. Please, come on. It's a 32-minute long build. I'm doing my best here to keep some talking points up, but I ain't got that much to talk about. I also love doing nighttime lighting. You're gonna see that a lot in this video. I frequently go through and turn the lights and turn it into night mode so I can see how the lights look and the ambiance of the room once I put the lights on. Does anyone else do that? The only thing I hate is you can't actually adjust the lighting settings until you're in like live mode. So if I want to put this lot on Origin for download, but I want the lighting to be a certain way on the inside, I have to physically move a sim in and adjust the lighting and save it and upload it and just hope that it stays. Now, I do have to put a sim in this house anyways because I have to test it. I haven't actually play tested this house yet, but that is going to be one thing I do before I upload it. So if you see the house on the gallery and you see this video on YouTube, you can guarantee that I've already play tested it and it's good to go. So what do you get with this house? You get a really, really nice gourmet kitchen. I spent a lot of time on this kitchen. I had to mess with those cabinets, had to mess with that island, had to mess with the top cabinets. The kitchen table's a little small. It's only 3 chairs. You can increase that if you want. I kept it 3 just because, you know, you had the island. How many times do you actually get all your Sims to sit down at the same table together? Although I get it, on holidays, super cute to everyone sit at the same table. I just don't utilize big tables like that much in the game. So I put a small table, 3 chairs, and then there's like 4 chairs at the island. You get a living room, an actual living room. The way I think about this, right? Your living room is where you live, okay? It's where you talk and converse. So in my mind, in my dream home, I want a living room that does not have any TV, no video games. It could have some music coming from a stereo. It could have a bar. It could have a table. It could have a sofa. But I just wanted to have this ambiance, that encourages you to talk. I love talking. I'm Italian. I can talk forever. Even though I'm complaining about talking during this whole video, it's okay. I can talk forever. And so that's what I want in my house, and that's what I think of as a living room. So you get a living room, you get a dining room with 3 chairs and an island, you get a gourmet kitchen, you get a family room. Now a family room is where you live as a family together, in my mind. This is how I think of it. So your family room's gonna have your TV, It's gonna have your electronics, your iPads, things like that. There's also a study, which can like also become a streaming office if your Sims is into making YouTube videos as well. I also love the dual fireplaces that's going on in this living room right here, because in my mind, in real life, this would be like one see-through fireplace. Couldn't do that here because the Sims isn't that fancy yet, so I put a fireplace on either side. I love that. I want a big fireplace with a big earth and big mantles and the stone. Just imagine a tree, like a Christmas tree during that time of year next to your big fireplace. Love it. I also really like stone more than brick, and you're gonna see that in this house a lot. Fun fact, my mom always told me she didn't like brick houses because you never see brick go all the way around to the back of the house because it's too expensive. And I told my friend that one time, and she was like, my house is brick. And we pulled up to her house and her brick quite literally stops at the sides of her house. And she was like, oh. Like, it's very rare. If you see a house that is full brick all the way around, that is a very expensive house. Anyways, getting back to the build. So you got your living room, you got your family room, you got your kitchen, you got your dining room, you got your office. That's all on one side of the house. Your middle is your entryway. I didn't put decorating that in this video. This video is very long. If I included everything, I recorded everything, but if I included everything, it was gonna be 55 minutes long. That's not including the intro or the photos at the end. So I had to cut some things out. So you have your entryway. You'll see that in pictures. Anything I did cut out, I will put in photos at the end so you can see it. You can also look at it on the gallery. But on the other side of the entryway are your bedrooms. So it's a big hallway, and you have the master suite that comes with their own walk-in closet and bathroom. You have a laundry room. You have 2 bedrooms, Jack and Jill bedrooms with a bathroom in between. I decorated those for like a child and a guest. You can redecorate them however you want. I think the Sim that I have in mind moving into this house is going to have babies, so I'm gonna have to redecorate them anyways, but whatever. So that's the whole top floor. The rooms come with balconies. They're not very big, but there's some houses where you just have a little like open the door and look out and don't fall over. There's balcony, you know, it's not like a, this is my patio. I also really love that front porch patio situation going in front of that living room, because I just imagine like if I lived there, I would get my coffee and go sit out, especially because where this house is located on this plot of land, like the sun rises with it coming right through this open living room with windows all around. So it just gets really bright, a lot of sun. And I just imagine sitting on that patio with my cup of joe in the morning, getting ready to handle the bullshit that the day is about to throw at me. Like, that's what I need in the morning, okay? And then at night, the sunset is over the water and the sunlight pours right into the family room in the back of the house. So whole house gets sun, which I love. I didn't want to put too many trees that would block the sun because I'm someone that enjoys sun, clearly. I put so many windows in here. Also, you know, for mid-century modern houses, especially 20th mid-century modern homes, they build them so it looks like the outside is coming on inside, which is when you'll see like glass panels going down stone, and there's stone on the outside and the inside, and it just looks like it's running right through. That's very, very common in mid-century builds. I love that. You would think that for someone who enjoys mid-century as much as I do, that I would have a mid-century home, but no, I have a craftsman home because I live in Baltimore, and Baltimore is all about craftsmen. Decorating that is awkward because all my furniture is mid-century. So I've noticed that there is a trend going on with mid-century today, that a lot of people really, really enjoy their mid-century, and that's cool and all, totally down with it. Father is a furniture finisher, and I've been surrounded by furniture my entire life, and him teaching me about furniture and teaching me history and craftsmanship and how it's built and how you refinish it, and I've always been pulled towards the modern. So I'm actually elated that it's like in right now, because I can find a lot of really cute things for very inexpensive prices. But it makes me sad because I think when I talk about it or when I build in The Sims, people are like, I'm so over modern, like it's so in, and I'm like, it's not. I mean, it is, but not for me. I'm always going to be building modern. I'm always going to be decorating a modern. I actually have my dad actually got me a set of Wench chairs. So Wench chairs look like this, and you see them often. They're very atomic looking. The ones that he got have a leather, like a lime yellow leather cover over each of the seats, and then they're like this dark cherry wood. It's beautiful. I am now in search of a dining room table to match those chairs with, because I cannot wait to put that in my house. I'm so excited. I'm like trying to get rid of my dining room furniture so badly, but my husband won't let me throw it out yet. I just had so much fun. Look at that living room. Like, how do you not want to entertain in that living room? Those big open doors. That kitchen is so much counter space. Now, the one thing that I haven't talked about yet is the downstairs, besides the apartment. So downstairs underneath the living room is actually a bowling alley in the garage. And then you have a gym, like a full gym with a sauna in the middle. Like I said, Sims living is not realistic living, so you gotta put some items in the house if you want your Sims to be entertained in such a large home. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a million living rooms and no one's gonna see each other in the game because they're each gonna go to their own TV. That's why I don't like putting TVs in the bedrooms in Sims houses, because I feel like they never hang out together as a family. They all just go to their own room and watch TV, which maybe that's real life. Maybe it's more realistic than I thought. I really can't wait to move a family in here that I have in mind and then have like the grandmother live in the basement. It's not even a basement because it's above ground. It would just be on the lower level. Sometimes what I do when I'm building houses is I like put things in awkward spaces as like fillers, and it looks good, but then when you actually get to play the house, your Sims don't really have anything to do because there's just a bunch of filler everywhere. So that was another driving reason of why I included the sauna and the gym and the bowling alley, because at the end of the day, your Sims want to have fun here. And if you're getting a big house like this in The Sims, you better have a gym. You know what I'm saying? And a sauna is just like an added bonus. It's like that nice. That just upgraded it from an in-home gym to like a fancy in-home gym. Imagine getting done your workout and just walking into your sauna. And then maybe you feel like playing a little bowling. And then you can go upstairs in your gourmet kitchen and cook dinner. Like I want it. I haven't really thought about the careers that the Sims in this house would have. But you don't have to, because you can just motherload that shit. Just move them on it. Or you could do Control-Shift-C free real estate on, and then you don't even have to worry about motherload. You just drop them on in, except when they get that first bill, all them 20,000 simoleons gonna go right out the damn window, because I can guarantee you the bills in this house is outrageous. I haven't even looked yet. I'm not gonna look. Nope. Oh, fun fact that I learned, you don't actually have to keep a hamper in every single room. If you have a hamper nearby in like a bathroom, your Sims clothes will automatically drop into it. I don't know how late to the party I am with that, but I'm here. But I still put a hamper in every single room. I just don't think that's feasible for the Sims, only because your Sims then have to walk around the entire house to grab all the laundry, and that's way too much like real life. That just puts me in a panic. Just go to one basket, pick it up, don't think about it. Put it in the wash, you're done. So a lot of builds I see, they put their hampers inside their laundry room, and I'm always like, why do you put the hamper in the laundry room? No one's ever gonna put anything in it. And then I saw it automatically drop, and I was like, that makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. I really like building kids' rooms. I like bringing out personalities in kids' rooms, because I was that kid that had a lot of personality come out in her bedroom. Later on, I shared a room with my sister for 13 years, and our room was like baby pink with like some flower wallpaper at the top. And she was 5 years older than me, so when she was a teenager and I was a teeny bopper, we weren't vibing very well. And then she moved out for a bit. She was totally coming back, and I just took advantage of that time to break down all her shit and put it in the basement. And I was like, you sleep in the basement now. And then I painted the room, and I just went to my mom. I was like, I'm redoing the room. She was like, okay. And then I started lifting up the carpet because there were hardwood floors underneath, and she walked in, she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm redoing the room. And she's like, well, okay, well, if we're really doing this, you're doing it right. Let's go to Home Depot. I was like, okay. My room was striped green, hunter green, in a matte and gloss finish. Oh my gosh, speaking of redoing, we just finished our basement on the house, which was very exciting. And so now we have like another little TV area to chill that isn't like the first room you walk into our house. So now I feel like I have a more formal seating area upstairs, and I have my living room upstairs and my family room downstairs. Very excited. And now we're working on my gaming room, my Twitch stream gaming room. My husband actually spent this weekend painting it white. I was very excited about that because it's gonna make the lighting so much nicer. Now I gotta get a desk, I can get a monitor. I'm gonna continue using my laptop because it's my laptop and I love it. I bought it like 2 years ago for the purpose of gaming, so I can just HDMI that shit. But I'm gonna have my monitor, I'm gonna have my gaming chair because this chair gotta go. But like I said, you guys, I didn't include a lot in this video because this video was already very, very long. I might even cut it down more when I add this in. Who knows what I'm gonna do. But as of right now, to let you guys transition into some photos. I hope you really liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you want to see more, if you have an idea, please drop it in the comments below. Drop by my Twitch sometime. I'm telling you guys are gonna love it. Please, it's twitch.tv/LuLu Creations, just like my YouTube name, with an underscore, which is also my Twitter username. And you should follow me on Twitter because I'm constantly updating what I'm about to do on there. So if I'm not hopping on stream that night, Twitter will be the first to know. If I ain't gonna be able to upload a video on a Wednesday, Twitter will be the first to know. And then there's my Instagram for my casual fuckery, because who doesn't love casual fuckery on Instagram? That's why we're all on Instagram, right? Okay, so please don't forget this build is available on the gallery. Origin ID is Lulu_creations. Surprise, surprise. And I will see you guys later in my next video.